But the big story everybody's talking about in regards to what took place in the debate on Tuesday night and still being talked about is Trump's comments in regards to the Proud Boys. And I'm not going to go into the Proud Boys situation again. I don't want to go into the Proud Boys situation again. We know what the FBI has called this organization. We know what the Southern Poverty Law Center has called this organization. I'm not going to get into a debate on who they are or what they're all about. I'm just not going to do that. Just not going to do it. So Donald Trump was asked yesterday about the Proud Boys, and here was his response.
I don't know who the Proud Boys are. I mean, you'll have to give me a definition because I really don't know who they are. I can only say they have to stand down, let law enforcement do their work. Law enforcement will do the work more and more. As people see how bad this radical liberal Democrat movement is and how weak, the law enforcement's going to come back stronger and stronger. But again, I don't know who Proud Boys are, but whoever they are, they have to stand down, let law enforcement do their work.
Okay, so the question is, should we believe the president when he said he doesn't know who the Proud Boys are? Well, they certainly know who he is. And this is why I bring this up, because I think it's important. We recall Donald Trump told Jake Tapper back in 2016 when he was running for president of the United States that he had no idea who David Duke was. Have a listen to this.
Well, just so you understand, I don't know anything about David Duke, okay? I don't know anything about what you're even talking about with white supremacy or white supremacists. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, did he endorse me or what's going on? Because, you know, I know nothing about David Duke. I know nothing about white supremacists. And so you're asking me a question that I'm supposed to be talking about people that I know nothing about.
Okay, so that was a complete and total lie. Because back in 2000, before Donald Trump was a politician, before he even thought about running for president of the United States, he did an interview with disgraced Matt Lauer. That's another story. And then he had a conversation with Matt Lauer about David Duke. Back in 2000, he knew who David Duke was. Have a listen to this.
Well, you've got David Duke just joined, a bigot, a racist, a problem. I mean, this is not exactly the people you want in your party.
So there he is. Donald Trump, in his own words, clearly back in 2000, he knew who David Duke was. But then all of a sudden in 2016, when he's running for president, he tells Jake Tapper, I don't know anything about David Duke. Well, obviously that's a lie. So when Donald Trump says he knows nothing about the Proud Boys, I don't think we should believe him. Now, this is why I said on the show yesterday what Donald Trump said in that debate was dangerous.
Stand back and stand by.
Exactly. Stand back and stand by. Exactly. This is why, in my personal opinion, what he said was dangerous. So a man by the name of Andrew Anglin, he's the founder of the neo-Nazi website Daily Stormer. He interpreted President Donald Trump's stand back and stand by remark as an ambiguous call to arms, writing on the site that the command gave me shivers, he said. Halfway through his commentary, which included anti-Semitic stuff directed by Wallace, Anglin described the exchange, then wrote, he didn't condemn anyone and he didn't tell them to stand down. He told them to stand back and stand by. Anglin wrote that he interpreted the remarks as, wait until I give the signal, then added, I got shivers. I still have shivers. He is telling the people to stand by, as in, get ready for war. Again, this is a neo-Nazi who is the founder of the website Daily Stormer. Why is this important? Some of these people are some of the most despicable people on the planet. You are giving them a reason to be excited. You are giving them a reason to be positive. Maybe down the road, even giving them a reason to be violent. It is dangerous. The President of the United States, make no mistake about it, should clarify his remarks. It was a horrible moment, in my personal opinion. And again, as I said before, go back to him lying on before. Says he doesn't know who the Proud Boys are. I know nothing about the Proud Boys. Said the same thing about David Duke. And then
Brian,
back in 2000.
You're comparing David Duke and the KKK to the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys have never killed anyone. You've mentioned three that were arrested.
People.
You mentioned three that have assaulted. There's a huge difference between the KKK and the Proud Boys. And the reason that, and I thought we weren't talking about the Proud Boys, Brian, but the reason that Donald Trump, or first of all, Joe Biden brought up the name the Proud Boys. Donald Trump said, hey, who do you want me to condemn? And Joe Biden, as related to white supremacists, and Joe Biden said they were white supremacists. The Proud Boys are not, for the fifth time, white supremacists.
Didn't say they were.
And
Again,
Brian,
for the fifth time, I didn't say they were.
Very few people knew who the Proud Boys are because they haven't been involved in looting and arson and vandalism and rioting and murder.
Okay, so I think you're missing the point.
I'm not missing
yes,
the point.
You are, and I'll explain why.
You're saying that
You're saying
that since Donald Trump knew who David Duke was,
you're missing the point.
20 years ago, and since David Duke and the KKK are the same as the Proud Boys, you're trying to equate those things. Then obviously Donald Trump must know about the Proud Boys because he knew about David Duke in 2016 and the year 2000.
First of all, you're missing the point.
No, I'm getting the point entirely.
Can I please explain why you're missing the point? Here's why you're missing the point.
You just spoke for 10 minutes, Brian.
You're wrong in what you're saying, okay? This isn't about comparing the Proud Boys.
You were literally wrong for most of what you said to start the show.
What was I wrong about? Give me one thing I was wrong about.
Again, you were comparing.
No, I wasn't.
You are comparing David Duke and the KKK to the Proud Boys.
Will you please
You're
listen to me?
assuming that Donald Trump knew something about the Proud Boys.
Okay, can I explain why you're 100% wrong?
When the truth is,
all right,
very few people know anything about the Proud Boys until last night because they haven't done anything.
Okay, let me know when you're done. Are you done talking?
You're talking about, how many, you could name 3 different people that have been arrested on on sports teams. On college sports teams, regardless of race. The same thing for, police departments. Law. In anyone, Brian. If you're going to say that 3 people being arrested over 3 years, 2 of which was for attacking Antifa, and maybe the Proud Boys are a hate group in regards that they hate groups like Antifa. Yeah, that makes sense. And maybe are they sexist? Well, clearly, if they only accept men, they're sexist. Are they armed? For the most part, yes. Are they violent? In some cases. Are they white supremacists? No. The only reason we're having this conversation about Donald Trump and white supremacy is because Chris Wallace said, will you denounce white supremacists? Donald Trump said, sure, absolutely. Tell me who. Who do you want me to denounce? And Joe Biden brought up the Proud Boys, and the Proud Boys aren't white supremacists. And so Donald Trump said, stand back and stand by, which to me, if he doesn't know who they are, would mean, to me, yeah, let the police do their jobs. Don't intervene. Don't try to be vigilantes. But the problem with that is like what happened with Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, when the police department requests X amount of support under circumstances like a riot, like something that is overtaking a city and is destroying businesses, and they don't get that government support, then who is going to help out? And then in a situation like New York or Portland, where the police officers are basically neutered to the point where they can't do their jobs, who is going to protect those businesses and in some cases those people?
Can I talk now?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Okay. Here's why you're 100% wrong, and you have no idea why I brought it up and no idea what I'm doing here. So I will explain to you. This is not about comparing David Duke to the Proud Boys. This is an issue of credibility. What it shows is a history of Donald Trump lying, and that he incites hate groups by saying stand by. What I am showing you is that there are neo-Nazis out there that took his own words and are excited about it and are taking it as, oh, we're going to be ready to go, Mr. President. We're going to be ready. That is what I am talking about. This isn't a comparison between David Duke and the Proud Boys. What it simply shows you is a history of Donald Trump inciting hate groups. That is exactly what we are talking about. If I can play, no. Don't interrupt me now. You spoke for like 5 minutes. Okay, please let me finish. You don't understand what we're doing here. That's what I am doing.
I totally understand what you're doing
you don't,
here, Brian.
because
Absolutely,
you
I
said
do.
no. You don't, because what you said I was doing is wrong, and it's comparisons. And saying you don't know them, just like he said. He didn't know David Duke. It was a lie. And I played you the audio to prove that. This is an issue of credibility. So when the President of the United States says he doesn't know anything about the Proud Boys, doesn't know who they are, it is an issue of credibility. And all I've been saying all along about this, and by the way, there are plenty of Republicans out there that agree with me that the President needs to do something about this.
By the way, I didn't get a chance to that, but yeah, I think he should clarify his comments. And also, Richard Spencer, who was literally the person that organized Charlottesville, just endorsed. He's a neo-Nazi fascist. He's also anti-Semitic. He just endorsed Joe Biden.
Okay, so what? What does that have to do with what we're talking about? So what? You bring up so many things that are completely irrelevant to the topic.
It's not irrelevant at all.
Completely
irrelevant.
We're
talking about white supremacists, and I'm saying that a white supremacist just endorsed Joe Biden. And when Kamala Harris says,
what are you bringing this? What are you
take
talking
it to
about?
the streets in regards to protesting,
all right,
then that incites situations like you're accusing Donald Trump of doing, Brian. I'm just saying that what you're saying Donald Trump does, a lot of politicians, you could take a lot of things they say, and you can say that those things are inciting violence or are inciting some type of action or reaction.
So, let's go with that.
Like what happened with Maxine Waters when she said, hold every single person in Trump's administration accountable. and let them know that they're not welcome. They're not welcome here. Like what happened with Rand Paul outside of the RNC when he was surrounded by Black Lives Matter with his wife.
You are absolutely all over the place. We're not talking about Rand Paul right now. We are specifically talking about Donald Trump.
We're talking about politicians inciting violence or inciting reactions through their rhetoric.
Once again, what she said had nothing to do with what happened to Rand Paul, and that is absurd.